Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school, internet.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Time to make the donuts.
And good morning. Welcome to the Ironworx here on freeworld.fm. Still feels strange. All those years with a different station still wants to roll out of my face. Especially
yes, it will.
4 a.m. in the morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hi.
Oh, dear.
Guten Tag.
I guess just making sure we are live on our main channel. Apparently we have to watch what we play. I just need to set up the VSTs. I don't think I have any VSTs downloaded onto my laptop. Once I do that, I can cycle in a phaser or something. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ways. I think the phase of the music is one of the ways that they check for copyrights. So if you can just shift the phase of the song, there's a audio effect that you can run in editing software called a phaser, and it makes it sound a little goofy, a little weird. You hear it a lot of times on cheap AI YouTube ads. You can hear them phase shift all their audio so as to steal someone else's ad, I'm guessing. But I can do that and run it live and just click it on once we play music for the station. That way YouTube doesn't come through and nail us. And it might be something I do just to run a filter of some sort on the YouTube side. That way, if you want the clear audio, you can head on over to freeworld.fm and listen to us live over there. Otherwise, you might just get a semi-filtered version of the Ironworx. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still trying to wake up and pour coffee down my gullet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I got
go ahead, Zachariah.
I just said I have a tooth that was bothering me last night.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing worse. I mean, yeah, there's lots worse.
I actually fell asleep for a few hours, so I'll live. Crazy, I'm in the editor now again, so that's what I did yesterday.
How's that going?
It is coming along. I got lots more billboards up. I'm up to the D's now.
I saw Wednesday when you were asking me to hop in. Apparently, I had decided to take a little nap, trying to get myself into some semblance of figuring out how to work this week out. And then later on that evening, like late, probably 1 o'clock in the morning, actually, flipping through, and I saw that, God damn it, the channel now has gone out of my head. That Rizzo's about to knock something over. Baby, get down. Sorry. Yeah, I streamed it for you guys and got a taste of it. So I saw some y'all cutting up there. It definitely,
that was fun.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with that map.
Man, it's been crazy watching them do this. What's up, Austin?
What's up, fellas?
Austin,
Good buddy, Austin from the Melodome. Yeah, thank you, Zach. I'm trying here. Coffee's almost working.
So is this early for you, Austin? Or you
I'm usually waking up about this time. I always like catch you guys about 30 minutes in or so. So yeah, this is normal routine for me.
Yeah, I'm getting used to getting up early. I'm just not used to going to bed at 9 o'clock again.
Yeah, I'm usually the first one up in the house and the last one to bed. That's how it works.
Yeah, I love being up early by myself. I try not to wake anybody up, and I like a good half hour by myself in the morning.
Yeah, same. I can get a lot done in that first hour or so by myself.
Yeah, I could too. I don't, but I surely could. And I need at least a half hour. I mean, I think that's why I get up at 4 a.m. almost regardless. And sleeping in for me is getting up at 5 a.m. It's just because I like my quiet time in the morning. I like being there and having my brain wake up with the rest of the day as the sun comes over. And my brain wakes up with it, and the light comes in, feeds my brain. I dig it.
I've always been such a night creature, and it's not fixable. I know, oh, you can do it. I've tried. You don't even understand. Like how many jobs I've had that required me to go to bed early, but I couldn't. How many situations I was in where I was needing to go to bed early, but I couldn't. I'll lay there. If I go to bed, 9, 10 o'clock, I'm laying there looking at the ceiling, thinking about everything in the entire possible realm of existence. And, another couple of hours till it finally all works itself out. And I can, got everything worked out, and I'm go to sleep. Of course, wake up and it's all gone again. But anyway, yeah. I guess because of the situations, my mom broke me early, getting me up in the middle of the night, watching scary movies with her. So that's what broke me early. And from then on, those late night hours when I could get lost into my own world, that's when I do it. I like the early morning. Okay. And I appreciate the solitude and the sun up and birds singing and that feeling of like life waking up. But I just prefer that late night. I'm alone, completely alone. Nobody's messing with me. Doing my thing, playing my guitar, whatever it is. Headphones required. That's the only unfortunate part of that late night jam session. But yeah, I don't know. I've tried to turn it around. I was able to do it for a month here, a month there, but it always cycles back around to me. It's the cat's fault. Cat getting in my lap at like 2 in the afternoon. Suddenly I'm in this broke neck position for 3 or 4 hours in the chair. And then when I need to go to bed at normal, quote unquote, time, it just don't work out. I envy you guys. I wish I could be that early riser easily, but it definitely requires working it out. Definitely. And lots of coffee.
I was the same way for a long time, Walter. And then I started gardening back when I was like 34, I think, somewhere right around there, about 10 years ago. And I couldn't wait to get up in the morning. And it was weird. Like after I did that, it was easy to get up for work. It was easy to get up for, Ironworx. I gardened at first into Flat Earth, and then Flat Earth kind of took over. And I started neglecting my gardens a lot.
I was trained to clean horse shit 5 in the morning. So it's
Good stuff.
It's like engraved, embedded into my body. I don't even need an alarm clock. Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah, that's good.
I miss that life, man. I want to get back to that. That's for sure.
You just
wait. I have also shoveled horse shit at 5 a.m. And to be clear, you said you want to get back to that?
Hell yeah, man. I want that life again. I want to get up, go tend to my horses.
I'm like,
I want to get back to that.
I'm sure it's not that hard to wake up at 5 a.m. and play with some shit.
Well, when I was a kid, I hated it, right? But
Ain't that
I
the
mean,
way?
I think this would be very therapeutic for me. If I would get back to that lifestyle.
They weren't so damn expensive.
Right? Jesus. That's why I had to sell the last paint horse, especially here in Florida compared to Indiana. Oh my goodness. Even a bale of hay is so much more expensive down here.
I bet. I fucking bet. Didn't even think about it, but Jesus, yeah. But you don't do a whole lot of alfalfa growing in Florida.
Right.
But no, I've been feeling the same. Actually wanting to get sort of back to the roots. Go a little country again, I guess.
Yeah, Florida, I tried growing things down there that you grow up north. And it's different. You have to do it at different times, and because their summers are so brutal, some of the plants, they're not used to that. Now, some of them, they even do better. I heard peppers and tomatoes do even better down in Florida because they're more of that's where they're from. They're actually perennials, not annuals down there. Like you can keep a pepper plant alive for years. I did it with a light. They just don't get enough sunlight here. They need to have more sunlight. Once they get less than, I forget how many hours a day, then all the leaves start falling off and they die. Oh man, yeah. Florida was a pretty cool place, at least in the wintertime. Summers, it gets a little warm for me. Have you ever grown a garden down there, Austin?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had one damn near all year round before I moved into this apartment complex.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, you can just keep it going all year round. And you can grow some really cool stuff down there. Pineapples and...
Yeah, it takes a while for the pineapples to grow, but yeah. We had that. I had a banana tree.
Apple, a bush.
Tomatoes, peppers, even carrots, a few other things.
How long does it actually take for a pineapple to do its thing?
Isn't it like 2 years or?
I believe you. I don't have a clue. I'm only asking because the most recent pineapple I cut up for my smoothies, I had chopped the top off, and it had a nice green top. It wasn't the usual like half leaves broken off, and just not a great, pretty looking top. But this one was. So I was like, I've heard you can do this, that, and the other with it. So I went in the room there and had an empty pot and threw it in there. And it is currently growing. So I'm like, oh, well, I was shocked that it actually did.
Shout out to my girl, Shelly.
She
planted a few.
Lower down, towards your area. So it worked out for her.
Yeah, she did it I'm guessing it was a long time. It has to be over 2 years ago. And now you can see them actually growing.
Wow, yeah, that would be epic to see. At some point, I'll have to transfer it, though. I'm sure it won't stay in the pot I put it in. I was just, kind of joking with it, not thinking it would actually do. Seems like I had tried that years ago, probably in a different area, probably up in Shreveport, maybe, when I was a teenager, which was a lot colder, just that further up in Plain there. So, yeah, definitely...
My son, he
out.
Felt very accomplished when he grew his own tomatoes. And then Kaylee had him help cook the meal, made spaghetti. Sauce with the tomatoes. But he thought that was pretty cool. We even built our own little garden box. We painted it, put it all together.
It always feels good when you can build a place for your plants.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I can't wait to get out of this damn apartment, get on some land again, and get back to that.
So Sketches and Chad is saying, don't eat the red pineapple. Don't know what that even means, but I'll believe you.
Isn't it what they shouted out at Woodstock?
I'm not sure.
I thought it was the brown acid.
Little before my time.
Yeah,
I think all of our times.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was pretty much before all our, well, technically it wasn't before my time, but I would have been a little babe in arms there if my folks had been cool. They weren't cool. Well, they were cool, but they weren't that cool.
Not cool like that. Not Woodstock cool.
Not cool like that. Not Woodstock cool. Absolutely not. More like Elvis cool.
Like Blue Hawaii cool.
Right. Blue Hawaii. Oh my God, Elvis knew all those years ago.
Oh, damn. I want to go listen to that now.
Too soon. Sorry.
Something about lights in the sky? I don't know. I have to go back and listen.
Oh shit. Wait, let me go look up the fucking lyrics.
Did you guys see the alien that, I think it was Mexico or maybe a Central American country, or I forget.
It was Mexico.
You talking about the illegal aliens? Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh,
This is a legal one, I think.
This was like 3 feet tall. It had a huge head. It looks like it was covered in ashes.
It looks like it was made with paper mache and glue.
That looked like paper mache.
Well, I'm out.
Here, I got a
What are we
picture.
talking
I'll
about?
put it in the chat.
Show me. So what's the story? Come on, get me all excited about the boogery aliens. What's going on?
So they found it in a hole somewhere in Mexico.
1,000-year-old, yeah. 1,000-year-old.
Okay, I was trying to say silent for a while, but now that it's it's like a sock puppet.
It does. It looks a bit like a marionette.
Yeah, it's like Sesame Street.
Remember Akbar from Jeff Dunham? He had the guy, I will kill you.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. That's what it reminds me of.
It's really bad.
They're claiming it's the first ever legitimate. I mean, how many times have they claimed this? Legitimate alien. Goodness. And maybe, I don't know.
All right. I'm going to go find this picture of what y'all are talking about so I can laugh. Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like Alf, but worse.
It looks like
It's like Alf's anorexic sister.
yeah. Anorexic E.T. One giant clavicle across his upper chest.
Apparently oh man, what are you doing? Oh, I see his pictures popping in. Thanks, Austin. No, I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of backlash apparently behind this.
And
So I looked into it, right? So this guy named Jamie Musan, he's the
What?
one
Jaime? That's my boy. I know that guy. Like, I have hung out with Jaime a few times. That's my
Really?
boy. Yeah. In like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, I
looked him up.
going to UFO conventions. And once he showed up at one, dude, we all loved him and just was wanting to hang out. That dude is a nut. He's hilarious. And he had some amazing footage. Always. Go ahead.
It was just weird because you look him up and, I mean, it's Wikipedia, so, search at your own risk. But it says Mexican journalist, television personality, UFOologist, and hoaxer. It put hoaxer. They gave it to Congress. They presented it to the Mexican government or something like that. Congressional,
kinda skimming the
Mexico's
story
congressional
myself right
hearing.
now.
Yeah, I know
It was
they.
a set of twins that they found, 1,000-year-old in Peru, 1,000-year-old corpse.
And so it was found allegedly inside of it. Wait, I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this right. So similar such finds in the past have turned out to be the remains of mummified children. I mean, I guess, maybe, possibly, you know, I would have to get a lot closer look there at that. I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't look like that's something that could physically move in any real way.
If it was moving, it'd be in pain. You would.
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking pure anatomy here. And I mean, you know, it's alien. Well, yeah, but to walk, you have to have a certain anatomy, and that ain't it. That ain't it. Anyway.
All right. Pop quiz, real quick. What the TV show ALF? What does ALF stand for?
Alien life form?
Oh fuck! Damn. I was going to add that to a trivia question, but
feel free.
Yeah, no.
Feel free.
Please, by all means, do so. No.
No, I'm writing them right now as I'm listening in, so I'm just like, damn it.
Billy Zig said it's fake, so I'm with you, Billy.
Well, Billy's somebody I trust, and I've not personally met Jaime, but if Billy Zig says it's fake, then I tend to believe it's fake. If you haven't read The Elusive Curves, go search on Amazon, find The Elusive Curve by Billy Zig, order yourself a copy of it.
The Elusive Curves.
Curve, yeah.
Curve.
Don't mind my S. It's early.
Okay. You guys hear about the? This is hilarious. There was a news report on. This was in Dublin, North Dublin, and supposedly they found a meteor at the beach. There was a huge crater on the beach, and the news reported it. It's a meteor. Look at this rock. There's burn marks, this and that. And then the next day it came out that these people came and dug a hole. Then they reported on that, but then they still think that the rock came from the sky.
Well, we weren't wrong.
Yeah, but the rock we used to fake it, dude, that was a real space rock.
We thought,
oh man, it's hilarious.
Thought it'd be smart to put this one in a fire and char it up real good and put it at the bottom of a hole and let you dumb fuckers find it. It's a double bluff, you see. We're gonna fake you out, then we faked you out with the real thing, just in case you were smart enough to figure it out. Cicada style.
Okay, so I do have a question about this book, The Elusive Curve. I'm looking it up right now because there is someone that's in need of some books to read. I'm pretty sure you all know who we're talking about. And
you got a link handy? I was going to try to find one, but I got sidetracked. Drop that for me, Andrew.
Okay, I'll just drop my. It's just the Elusive Curve. I will send it to you right now. Crap.
Yeah, I read that one a while ago.
I was going to say, man, this actually sounds so familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Is there an audio book form?
We've had Billy on.
Well, I know we've had Billy. I'm just saying the book itself, I must have gotten it back a while back because the title rang a bell and came out. Something I may have read while I was at Mom's in Oregon during that period. When did it come out? Oh, yeah, 2019. That might be exactly when I read it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool deal.
Good book. Cool story.
I need to, definitely read that. I'm going to order it, and I've already added it to my account. And I'm probably going to buy 2 copies.
Does it come in audio form?
It's on Kindle.
So digital, at least. And you can have your Kindle can probably do a text to audio. You could probably have Morgan Freeman narrate it if you want.
Andy Dufresne.
I want
Billy,
Bob.
you should read it on your channel. Let's get it in Billy's voice.
All right, so in everyone's best opinion, like people in chat or whatever else, who is the best narrator, like hands down, when it comes to narrating? And granted, Morgan Freeman does a pretty damn good job when it comes to that. But who's better?
Well, I mean, narrator, I'm pretty.
I already have an answer.
Let me.
It's
You have
Realm
one.
Media.
Who's yours? I'm trying to think of one that I
Iron
could
Realm
just say
Media.
is. Oh well, here you go.
I'm a little biased though.
James Earl Jones,
Huh.
he's pretty good.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is pretty good.
Keith David. I like Keith David.
The thing I like about James Earl Jones over Morgan Freeman is that Morgan Freeman tries to be Morgan Freeman so much that it just kind of fucks up the cadence of his voice. I think it's like he's trying to make sure that you understand that he's Morgan Freeman and he's doing his Morgan Freeman voice.
How old is he now? I gotta look it up. He's got to be in his 80s, I think, right?
I mean, I get those all have that deep, resonating, hey baby voice. I'm more partial to like Ron Howard's narration for Arrested
Holy
Development.
shit! He's
that was
86.
awesome.
Sorry, Walt. I apologize.
No, he's 86.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. He's fucking 86. Holy shit! Sorry.
He gets a free freckle every time he does a
Feel free
narration.
to mute me.
He gets another freckle every time he does a commercial.
Who's the guy who plays Luke Skywalker?
Mark Hamill?
Yeah, he does a lot of narrations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did a lot of voices for like animated series stuff.
Batman,
I had no clue he was the Joker when I watched.
Yeah, he turned around that whole. Yeah,
he did.
Star Wars killed him off, though. They killed Luke Skywalker.
Way to
Force
spoil
Ghost,
it,
though.
Andrew.
Force
I have a.
That was like 7 years ago or something.
They kill off all the men. Girl power.
Yeah, and then Han Solo. I mean, that's his name, right? Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
I see Robert
Harrison
Redford in
Ford.
chat. Today is a new day to start again. Put Robert Redford in chat. He's done some good narrations. I think of The Natural.
Yeah.
Today is a new day to start again.
Good channel. Head on over there and subscribe.
Excellent.
I was
movie.
just about to say that.
I have not
It is a
seen The
great
Natural.
channel.
If you
Go ahead.
yeah, hit the subscribe. They do a daily. David does a daily video,
That's right.
and you'll want to sing and dance.
Affirmations and all.
Yep, it's good stuff.
Awesome.
Head on over there and hit the sub. I actually met David not too long ago.
Okay, so I just typed that in on my internet search. Just today is a new day to start again, and it brought me up a video of Billy Idol.
White
I
Wedding.
don't even like Billy Idol.
What wedding?
I'm not gonna play it,
Epic.
but
No.
Did you hear Rebel yell?
it's called White Wedding. That's the song that came up. Fuck, I hate that song.
That song always got my mom pumped up. She loved Billy Idol.
I mean, I'm not kidding. I can share my screen and show you. I just typed it in. It's popped up.
It's the lyrics.
He was just touring this last year. He was in Spartanburg, and we were thinking about going up there and we went and looked at a live version.
Like James Earl Jones or Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
He died. I mean, Billy Idol. No, he's
No, he's still.
It had to be like
He's still
so
smearing around.
67 years old.
I thought it was a
We
car
saw,
accident with Nelson Mandela.
It was live from a few months ago, and the Rebel Yell just ain't the Rebel Yell anymore. Billy's, I mean, he's 67, you know?
By the way, we have got about 5 weeks until Vegas.
Yeah, baby.
It's kind of a rebel moan.
Walter, have you decided to finally go to Vegas? Come on, man.
No, I won't be going to Vegas. Dude, I don't know exactly how else to explain to you guys. I don't really want to go to Vegas. I've been there. There's nothing for me there.
I was thinking about heading over to Sodom and Gomorrah just to see what that was like.
Right? I hear it's a little salty.
How much are the
So am I.
how much are the flights there? Like hotels and stuff?
To Gomorrah? They're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
They claim
Is that
they
on like
actually in Gamora, you know that? Just recently, they found a bunch of sand out there and pottery that's covered in like half the pottery, one side of it's glazed and the other isn't. And they're saying that the glaze on it is, oh, I forget the name of it, tetrahydrite or something crazy like that. But it happens when you let off a nuclear bomb out in the desert. It creates this thin film of glass over all the sand. And this is the same stuff they claim to have found out there. They got scorch marks, human bodies that are like the legs standing next to this wall, and the top half is just like completely gone. And it's, yeah, they claim they found the place of Sodom and Gomorrah. They think it might have been a giant meteor that exploded in the sky right over the ground and blah, 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 and just burned everything. And I don't know.
And where is that again? What location?
Somewhere out there in the Middle East, you know.
Just west of Henderson.
Yeah. North of Richmond.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
out
tell you this.
there.
The Middle East is a very interesting place because when I was deployed out there 3 times, I saw that there was very, very heavily populated areas, like the towns. But then after that, it's just like empty desert. Not like sand. Just like if you go down to Southern California, it's just like, you know, big old mountains with dirt and shit. So the thing about Middle East is there's a lot of unknown things that happen out there. Most of the people you see out there are just like nomads, like they're out in the desert.
That's wild. What is it? Saudi Arabia, the southern tip of Saudi Arabia. I forget what desert that is. But they're finding all kinds of ancient, you know, huge metropolis type places that are like 3/4 buried in sand. They're starting to LiDAR that place now like they're doing the Amazon. I was watching these guys dig holes in the Midwest. They'd find out where there was an old farmhouse or something like that, something from the 1800s, where it used to stand, and then they'll just go and start holes. And it's mostly they're looking for glass bottles or, you know, things like that. But it's like 3-4 feet down beneath our feet. So who knows what you're standing above right now? And this is just a hole out in the middle of the yard, you know. I'm just going to dig a hole, and then you just start finding all kinds of stuff. Yeah, who knows what's beneath our feet?
Well, I've actually got a buddy that is a bottle collector. And what he does is he goes out to all these different areas throughout the Bay Area here in California. And he takes this really long rod. It's about 6 feet long and has like a handle. It's like a T handle. He sticks it down in the ground in certain areas where he assumes that a really old house was there. And then he searches for bottles. And you can kind of tell when you hit a rock or if you hit a glass bottle. And then from there, he digs them up, he collects them, and he makes quite a bit of money from doing it. because a lot of people want to buy these old bottles, and the place
You get one in town, like 1850s. It's crazy the amount of money. It's like 1880. They start coming down in price a little bit, but like
well, it's
70s.
after the Industrial Revolution. So
yeah, it's
what it tells you
amazing.
about the bottles is that when bottles started having like bottle caps added to them, that's when, instead of corks, that's when the Industrial Revolution started to happen when it came to bottles, and that's where the price
Guy
value.
was the lips. He was always looking at the lip. He's like, "Wow, look at this one. This one was," because when they're real big like that, you know that it wasn't capped, and it was a little bit older. But yeah, these guys, it's amazing. They know all the different names of all these different places. Oh yeah, this one came from so and so. But yeah, look, and it'll say like stomach bitters on it or something like that. There wasn't like, you know, your Pepto-Bismol or anything like that. Your bottle came with the writing on it that said stomach bitters or lung this or that, or yeah, it was.
I mean, some of them had skull and crossbones on them. Like, this is poison. Like, yeah, I mean, some of those, like the old whiskey bottles, the skull and crossbones, are the ones that had different types of labels on them. Yeah, those are worth quite a bit of money. If you buy an actual, or look up how much bottles are worth, like not ancient, but, you know, bottles that are pre-Industrial Revolution, yeah, they can be worth in the tens of thousands of dollars.
They get excited even if they're all has a big hole in it. They're like, I don't even care. That we're still getting paid for this one, even if it has a big hole in it, because collectors will still buy it.
So something I learned about that is when I would go out bottle hunting with my buddy Dave, he taught me that back in the day, there would be like an old house where there was no plumbing. So they would have an outhouse, and they'd have a big hole dug underneath where they can shit and piss. I'm sorry to be graphic, but they would shit and piss into the hole, and they would take like their old chicken bones and everything else and their glass bottles, all of their waste. And then what they would do is they would, once it got full enough, they would cover it with dirt and they would move the outhouse. So you have to look at like the position of old houses and then just kind of assume that the outhouse must have been located at some point. And then he was dead accurate when it came to this. It was really weird. I saw him dig up bottles.
Yeah, it's made. They're everywhere underneath our feet. So much stuff. It always reminds me of this story about the teacher, the old like Plato type philosopher. He'd always have his class out. He'd be sitting on this giant boulder at the edge of town, and he'd be speaking to these children about long lost treasures far off where you have to go on these big adventures and this and that and yada, 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 yada. And there was a dragon that lived like wherever. He could hear him, right? And the dragon always got a chuckle because the place where the wizard would go to sit on top of that boulder, that dragon put that boulder there on top of the greatest treasure on earth. And this great wise man had no clue that he was sitting on it every day. It was just like the moral of the story is you don't know what's down there just beneath your feet until you go and take a look somehow. But yeah, the past is right there. It's right underneath your feet. And yeah, it may be, 500-600 years beneath your feet. You may have to dig a pretty deep hole, but there's probably something there, some remnant of something from the past that hasn't gone totally, turned and decayed and gone away.
Yeah, Zach, you are jarring my curiosity right now. So I've got a question for you and everyone else. Where do you think lava comes from?
Volcanoes.
That's a good question. I don't know. The heat, I think most of the heat created in this place comes from beneath our feet. I know it sounds crazy. The sun's hot, it heats everything, yada, yada, yada. But Like when you start digging holes and you start going real deep, supposedly it starts getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter to where we can't even stand it anymore.
Yeah, because some people go really deep underground and they can't be down there very long because it gets really, really hot.
Yeah, Kola borehole. They're over in Russia that they dug 7-point-something miles.
Mhm.
It was like crazy temperatures down there to where humans couldn't be down there. And then they hit that slurry, like a slurry sludge, like, yeah, this goo almost that they could not drill through. They drill a hole and it just fill itself right back in. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's down there causing all the heat, but I think lava is just, forced, just pressure release. Kind of like
It's the new sun waiting to be born down there.
That's an interesting thought.
I always thought
Yeah,
it's like lightning underground or just a different form of electricity, just in a denser medium. I don't know. So it's moving slower. I don't know. Isn't there like lava tubes everywhere? Or
Yeah, that's what they say.
supposed lava tubes? I don't know.
That's what they say. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, aren't volcanoes technically like a lava tube? It's just coming up like
Just
kind of like a
busting
pimple?
open the surface. Yeah. That's a good analogy for me. Shit.
Yeah, this place is so amazing.
Live.
It is. I would love to see it from a very high vantage point.
Would you really, or would you just prefer to be more in curiosity? Because I prefer to stay in curiosity myself.
I want to know. I mean,
I want to know every fucking thing.
Okay, well,
not going to, so I'm not going to drive myself
Yeah,
crazy
I'm not
trying to
stress over it, but I'm gonna do my damnedest while I'm here to figure out a few things.
If someone gave me the option, hey, you want to go take a ride like Enoch and see how everything works up there? I'm definitely not turning that down.
Oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know. You keep me on the ground. I'm good.
Take a picture and send it to me.
Yeah, right.
well, I mean, a lot of billionaires, I think, what is there, 4 of them that claim they've been to space? And that's only been in the last, 5 years, I think? Maybe 6 years?
Yeah, but they didn't really go that high. I mean, I
One of
want to
them
see
was
the
killed, right?
Claiming, though.
whole plane. I mean, the lady even said, we didn't go up high enough to see the Earth. They didn't
The
see
noise
it
wasn't
for
quite as
her.
bad, and we
I was
went
just
right on up, and I saw darkness. I thought I was going to see the world, but we weren't quite high enough.
Yeah.
So, there was a place, damn it, we talked about it one time, where like quote unquote mine fire was burning for years. Nobody? Underground? Is that it? Yeah, maybe you were telling us about it. Okay, so.
There's
Wait, Walt, you said mine fire?
Mine.
Coal mine.
Yes, underground. Coal mine fire. So if we're in a place that at one point was occupied by beings that are different than us, that were maybe larger than us, that maybe were gigantic in nature, titanic even, I mean, there's alluded to things like the Grand Canyon being an old excavation hole. And I mean, if that level of excavation was done and we can see it, then what level of excavation may have been done underground that we don't see? And we know there's the domes and that they tied into some old tunnel work they found as well. So maybe it's just that whole idea of this layering, this glass onion that we all live on. is perhaps that's it. You know, the next layer down, that's one of their mine fires, and that's where the heat comes from. I don't know, just spitballing more than anything.
But yeah,
I
if you
could
didn't
see
know,
that. You know, they got tunnels going on all the way across the United States, thousands of miles.
Absolutely, they do.
yeah, that place
I've been
nobody can
told.
live in either. It's been burning since 1962. See, this is the thing that gets me. You have all these climate people out there right now, these lefty nut jobs, gluing themselves to all this stuff, middle of the road. You know, people are burning gasoline, sitting in their car while you're in the middle of the road, stopping them. If you want to change the world, then do it. Don't go ask other people to do it. Go out and plant a fucking tree. You want to make less CO2, go plant a tree. They turn CO2 back into oxygen for us. How much time
Shut
did
your
you sit
mouth
there-
a little while? You'd save us all some CO2.
Well, yeah,
too,
because
as well.
plants turn carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide, I believe, right?
It's an amazing system. How long
You
it's been
guys sound like
working,
radicals.
I know, we sound like crazy people.
I mean, really, if you want to fight climate change, if you think the world's ending because of it, how much energy did you waste trying to get, you know, your social media thing out there about you sitting in the middle of the road when you could have went and planted a bunch of trees with all that time and effort and money you all took? Trees are pretty cheap.
You guys don't get it.
You can go get a.
This is why the politicians are good with flying around on private jets. It's not about how much you consume. It's about how much you can credit. So see, if you can fly around on a private jet but convince other people to kill their cows, well, then you're crediting all of that carbon credit for yourself. And you get to use all that carbon credit for your private jet, you see. So carbon credits are cumulative and transferable and stealable. So as long as you can claim that you are creating more carbon credit than you're using, that's okay. It's all laid out in the Traffic Jams for Climate Control handbook.
So I apologize. I'm a trivia nerd. I was just looking this up. So National Plant a Tree Day is on September 28th. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. April 21st, which is also known as Arbor Day. So
the day after Burn a Tree Day. Funny, it's Burn a Tree Day and then Plant a Tree Day. Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, I don't understand these people. Let's go piss everybody off that we can to make them, you know, but we don't want to help you. You know, you don't get your message across the right way, pissing everybody off. All you are doing is making people not want to help you. I don't get it. And going up and destroying artwork and stuff like that because it's painted with oil paints. Really? I mean, climate, anything wasn't even a word back when these paintings were painted. It's not the artist's fault.
yeah,
But
I'm
the
not a
carbon
collector of art.
footprint, though.
But those people
Well, you're
should
not
be
supposed to.
fucking arrested.
You're not actually supposed to do art unless it can last a certain time period. That is actually a foundational aspect of being a true artist. Now, there are some artists who have subverted that classical idea with very limited things like a banana nailed to a wall or whatever the fuck. But the bigger scheme of things, the reason oil paints came into existence is they lasted a whole lot longer than smearing poo on the wall. So you're right. These idiot fucks who are gluing themselves to fucking paintings are idiot fucks.
Wider
Completely.
color range, too.
Well, that depends on your diet.
Wait, is that a real thing? Smearing poo on the wall? Making a painting?
Only if you can get the jacket with the long sleeves off.
Walt said it. I have to ask. I didn't know that was a
It is, but it's only for the padded walls.
It was a metaphor and analogy. I understand that, but it's probably a real thing nowadays.
Yeah, it's a real thing. For real, yeah.
No, I think somebody took a statue of Jesus and shit on it and called it art and would travel the country with it, showcasing it at art museums and shit.
Well, yeah, there's that one.
So they're selling poop wall art on Etsy right here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Austin had to bring it up.
Artists who use poop.
We should do a DIY paint by numbers.
All right, Austin, without me going to the website, what are they selling for? I don't want to see it.
I have to click on it now.
No.
$149.
Oh no, it's not actual poop. It's just paintings of people shitting. Okay, no.
That's not much worse.
Yeah, but if you can make it
$40 for a picture of
Frank Zappa.
Yeah. You can get Ice Cube's dad shitting.
Yes.
Friday. You can get. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Starting next week, you can get Josh's neighbor shitting.
What happened to society?
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I just made an offhand comment. My apologies to all involved.
No, I have to apologize as well because I just kind of continued on with that. And then Austin should probably also be aware that...
Oh my gosh, there's one... Oh my god, there's a whole map made of shit. And it is art. They're claiming... What the hell is it? Okay. I'm done.
I had points taken off during the critique because I had a stack about, 2 feet high of this. What I can only assume, I assumed was drawing paper, drawing board. It was really nice and thick. One side was smooth, one side had a little texture. And I had gotten it from a buddy from his place of work, which was like in the mall, in the back rooms, in an officey area. And again, he assumed it was some type of artwork paper. He drew, I drew. I was in art department. He wasn't, but we both divvied that up. And I got, like I said, about 1.5 foot, 2 feet high stack of it. And so I started doing my projects on it. Well, using it mostly for scratch work. But then when I would get to the one I liked to finish, I would just finish up on that. And man, Whittington just destroyed me for not using, the correct media for the time frame, the length of its life. That paper that was not correct, and he knew that kind of paper would last only about 1.5 years, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. The life of the art is classically, anyway, in classical art, if you take art in college, etc. So,
this Insane Asylum wall art is pretty awesome for it being shit. It's pretty cool.
Like I said, if you can get that jacket with the long arms off, you can usually get those padded walls dressed up real nice.
Speaking of art, I'm sure people have probably seen this before, but this has to do kind of like how perspective works. Actually, absolutely. When it comes to something called sidewalk art, have you guys seen that before?
Like art on the sidewalk?
Yeah. And
you beat me to a job.
And it looks like you're like looking down a tunnel or something.
Yeah,
I tried doing that with my son, but we're not really good at the angles.
Well, no, because you have to do it with a certain angle of perspective from like a camera. Like if you move forward like 5 feet, it doesn't look the same anymore. But
right.
Think about that when it comes to like flat Earth and the horizon and other things like that. Like from a airplane.
Well, you see, I took a lot of art classes, so I think that's why I was able to pick up on the idea of perspective and how the horizon's working and the way our vision works. Because,
yeah,
I mean, you get taught perspective pretty well in art class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. I took art. I went through like college art courses and stuff too. But it's just the fact that a lot of people don't really take that into account. Like Bob Ross is like one of the basic ones that I learned how to paint from when I was really young.
Yeah, because we're only taught it in art. We're not taught it in our early sciences where they should teach us about, hey, this is how your eyes work. This is perspective, and your eyes do this. They don't ever teach us that in science. It's only art. Because once you start putting science to it, then you're going to start looking into it a little bit more, you know. Oh, it's science? Science is a religion now, but science is, you know, the truth. So if you start teaching children the truth about how their eyes work, that's going to, they're going to start figuring stuff out that you don't want them to figure out. So we are not going to teach them that until they get into like college level physics. So at the young age, we'll just teach them that kind of stuff in art class. Yeah, 5-year-olds could grasp the concept of how your eyes work if you just show them. It's that simple. They don't want us to know. But yeah, I was never taught anything about how my eyes work or anything like that except for in art. Did you guys ever learn about
Yes.
perspective in science?
Something I learned about eyes, something that my brain keeps bubbling up, and I always somehow manage to shove it back down. But it was something about how our brain inverts the image, and that everything we see is really upside down, and that it flips in our eye and our brain reads it right side up or some shit. Does this sound familiar at all?
Yeah, it does. Because I think Dave Weiss was talking about that. Like, you put your head between your legs and look at like the moon.
Well, no, that's just a perspective thing. But
no, that's tough.
Okay, I'm off. I'm sorry.
No, glasses that people will wear that make everything look upside down, and they say after a few days or after a few hours or whatever, your brain like fixes it for you. So even though it's all upside down, you're in your mind, you're looking at everything normally now. Yeah, like your brain will correct it after so long. I've never tried it. Really don't want to trick my brain into anything like that, but that's the claim, that if you wore these glasses for a long enough period that you would see things right side up again.
Until you took the glasses off, and then your entire reality would then be inverted.
Which would suck. Yeah, I don't even want to try that.
My point is the reality of the situation. When we see it, it flips, and our brain then reads it right side up. But we live in reality where everything's upside down from what we actually see it as, because it gets flipped in our eye.
Yeah, so what the hell's going on here?
Hey, well, I have to admit this. That real popular movie called They Live, I've never seen it.
That's borderline Cami.
Oh, I know.
I've never seen Idiocracy.
Oh my goodness. Dude, I'll do a watch party with you if you want. Got that on my computer right now.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
I sympathize with you. So to sympathize.
I envy both of you. Your first viewings.
So wait, Austin, have you seen They Live?
Yes.
Damn it. All right. Well, I just say that.
Just recently, though. It's not like I watched it a long time ago. I watched it just a couple months ago.
I was lucky enough to be a horror fan in the 80s, so that when it came out, Mr. Carpenter's work was already something I appreciated enough to immediately go that weekend and see that at the theater. Completely flip out on the whole thing because it was not a horror movie at all, but seemed to be telling us a whole lot of stuff about the world around us. Saw it every frickin' weekend that it was in the theater, probably at least. I'm trying to remember. Did they do a midnight? Yeah, they did a midnight run. Just about every movie like that was a little weird and off the wall would do a midnight run at the St. Vincent Mall when I was in high school. So I saw quite a few movies in an altered state of consciousness. Oh, at about 12:10.
So what was the first horror movie you ever saw?
had to have either been like Frankenstein or Dracula or one of the classics that I was woken up for at 2 or 3 in the morning. Not that late, probably more like midnight.
Are those
I'm
really
up
considered
until
horror
what?
movies, though?
When
Yeah,
you're
they are.
3, they are.
I mean, the first ones I saw, but the first horror movie like Andrew's talking
In the
about.
world that I saw those movies in, Andrew, you have to realize at the time those movies were seen by me, there was no Freddy Krueger, there was no Jason, there was no Michael Myers, there was no Xenomorph. There were none of the classic monsters you are associating in your head as scary right now compared to some dude in a cape with a fucking medallion that talks like this. Yeah, it was a whole different world when I saw those things. When I saw those things, those were the monsters. And I fell in love with it and immediately tried to figure out how that fucking creature was created and got to know the work of all the great makeup artists, and it was a whole thing. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
It's almost like
those
this-
were the first monster movies. Probably King Kong, actually, now that I say that. King Kong, the classic shit, that's what I saw first.
The story is the scary part about those movies. Not so much the visuals you see and stuff like that. It's the story that got you. The idea that these beings are out there, and yeah. It was a different time before all the blood and gore and guts and yeah. I mean, even the old Western never showed blood. I mean, Outlaw Josie Wales shot so many people, and every once in a while you might get a red like paintball, no hole or anything, but a red paintball on their shirt, and that was like it. You know, they didn't go for the guts and the gore. It was more about telling the story back then.
Yeah, the way that TV and film has progressed over the years, I was watching like the Three Stooges when I was growing up. Real clean, but still like slapstick comedy. And my mom was showing this to me like in the 1930s and 40s, I think. You know, the original Three Stooges. And then she said, "Oh yeah, well, Leave It to Beaver and the original like all these like black and white shows, they wouldn't even allow a toilet to be shown. It was like against the policy. But now they can actually swear on television. It's really interesting how it's progressed over the years. The very first horror movie, I'm not going to try and get into this very much, was pretty fucking weird. I didn't understand it. It was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like the original one. And my dad showed it to me. He said,
Based on a true story.
Say again?
On a true story.
Yes. Oh, I've got a personal story about that. I've been there. In the military. When I was in Texas. Well, I think I was there, as far as I know. Anyways, yeah, it's really fucking trippy. I don't like to get down the rabbit hole of horror movies because I don't like horror movies at all.
So you just said Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's this video game out now, Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that me and my oldest, we tried it out, and it's pretty fun. It's an online game, and you get to choose whether you're the victim that's trying to escape the house, the property, or you're one of the family members. And it's a pretty good game. You guys want to go check that out?
Cool. I'll check it out.
It's like online. You can choose what team you're on, and it's pretty intense when you're getting chased.
Yeah, I went back and I watched the live stream we did Wednesday, Austin. Thank you again, and everybody else who jumped in to help out, show off the new map. But yeah, dude, Cami was cracking up at you laughing and no, get away, while you were trying to.
Oh yeah, when you were trying to, man, dude, they were good hiding spots, and then your gun just hits me a little bit. Damn it, I gotta run, I gotta go. It was fun, man. And I'm impressed with the map. Really, it's awesome.
Yeah, I got to give you huge props. You and Nemo both. You guys have done a lot of hard work on that, and I think you've done a really, really good job on it.
Thank you. Yeah, Chris is really excited and interested to get in on the map and start helping with some of the vegetation and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, he was telling me on the phone yesterday. He downloaded the editor and
I got to get him into that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's fun. It really is. And we plan on doing like making a base map of this and making all kinds of games, not just a prop hunt, but battle royal, all of them, all the different
If
games.
you could do like gun game on there, gun game would be a lot of fun if we had a big party like we did.
Where the storm only lets you play in North America, so it's much smaller. We can put the spawn pads, we can move them anywhere, so everybody spawns in North America at a certain spot, and then it's a gun game. Every time you get a kill, you get a new gun. What if you put?
I was thinking if you did the gun game, and you had just that storm circling all the continents all the way around, so it was constantly moving, and it would also force people to check out the entire map.
Yeah, we can do stuff like that. Yeah, I love having people in on it, so I don't have to come up with all of me and Nemo we play the game, but we need more input from other players. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Zone Wars would be fun. Nemo's saying Zone Wars. That would be fun. Box fights, maybe. But the gun game would be epic. I think that'd be fun because it's really fast paced, and just running through all the weapons. Intense.
Yep. And you said you could drop some weapons around too, right?
Yep. Just like in the real game. We can put chests in and stuff like that, but I think that might take up a lot of data. I don't know. We'll see.
Chests just seem so condescending. Really. Just put them fucking on the ground. What do I got to take 10 seconds to stop and pretend to open the fucking chest to put them on the ground to then pick them up? Just fucking put them on the ground. I still got to walk through and pick them up. Just put them on the fucking ground. Pick up the gun. Pick up the gun.
That reminds me of what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Wow,
it's hard to take a lot of vegetation, and I couldn't do that. It's a huge map, man. I didn't expect it to be so big.
And Zach, you had it smaller, didn't you? It's like half the size now, right?
The last map was twice as big, but we ran into memory issues. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I'm learning a lot on how to use that editor and stuff and getting better at it every day. But right now, it's just putting in vegetation, grass, and small plants and stuff like that, and billboards. I'm up to the Ds. I think I just put in Dan Dimension, Dave Marsh, and allegedly Dave. I got a bunch of them though, where there's going to be billboards everywhere. So we're thinking golf carts. We don't want any super fast vehicles or anything like that, ways for people to get away, but we want a reason for people to drive around on the roads to look at all the different, Flat Earth Head is in there, Josh Corey is in there. But yeah, we want people to look at the roads or all the signs on the road. And if you're in the vehicle driving on the road, you're more likely to look at the signs that way. But we're going to only be able to use one type of vehicle, because when you put a vehicle down or anything, if you just copy it and put it somewhere else, it doesn't use nearly as much memory. It uses like a fraction of the memory because you're just making a copy of it now. So we can't have like motorcycles and trucks and cars and, all these different vehicles. We're going to have to pick one type of vehicle and put one on each continent. And I think we can get away with that with the memory.
Can you build a lunar expedition module and then just blow it up?
It is a grocery cart that you can ride around in. And that was going to be our lunar lander. Or our lunar rover module thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's about equivalent.
Laura in chat is asking, can she advertise? She'll pay. Nate looking for a billboard in Atlanta. So yeah, there's some people in chat with ideas.
Of course, commercial sound video is going to be in there.
Makes you wonder how long until they're going to start. Well, I imagine Fortnite does it already, selling fucking billboard and ad space in their game. That's how you get all the silly ass fucking.
You just can't put .com, right? Right.
They
Zack?
buy IPs. I mean, that's why you can be Spider-Man or Luke Skywalker, or
Yeah.
that's their moneymaker. is
Xenomorph.
They sell you the IPs, right?
Yeah, I can't put a .com. I have to keep it kind of like there's flatearthcoins.com. So instead of putting that, which I can't, I just put Flat Earth Coins over a jewelry store. And flatearthpendants.com, I wasn't allowed to do the .com, but there's a Flat Earth pendant jewelry store as well. And then like flatearthcoffee.com, well, there's Flat Earth Coffee Shop. So kind of. I mean, if you go and look up anything you see or read and Google search it, it should take you to either someone's YouTube page or an actual type of business. Like there is an actual Flat Earth Concrete out there. There is an actual Flat Earth Trucking. But they also have social media pages on Facebook and things like that, which allow me to then use that as a social media thing. So it's weird. It's really weird. You can't use .coms, but if it's on like a Facebook or YouTube or something like that, I can use it. Yeah, it's coming along though. Music playing on Free World. Hope it stopped now.
Weird.
No, Axel, I can't even write .com because they check it. Before I release a map, they have to go through and read everything and make sure that there's nothing against their guidelines or rules. They have to check all images that you put into it. They want to make sure there's nothing that children shouldn't be seeing or anything like that. And even if you write .dot and then space .com, they'll pick that. It's a human being that I think they just go in and read any of your billboards or anything like that. They'll have a list of them right there. And they just go. Last night, after I put in all the billboards, it was the longest time. It took like an hour and a half in review because I put in like 20 billboards.
All right. Well, Zach, you just said things that children shouldn't see. So what can you do in Fortnite according to the Unreal Engine? What can you do with it?
That game.
You can put porn in it?
Put a porno TV
Holy
screen
shit.
in that game. You can do just about anything. That's why you have to be 18 to be on the team. Like, I can't have children join our team because they don't allow people under the age of 18 to be able to look at any maps that people are working on like this that have that possibility. So to join our team, you have to go in and verify your age with either a credit card or a social security number or something like that. Yeah, they're really big on not allowing, making sure that no children are seeing things that their parents don't want them seeing.
Well, isn't one of the things that happens nowadays is that some children that are under 18 get their parents' credit card information, and the parents allow them to use that for game purchases or subscriptions or something, and then the kids. So there's going to be some people that leak through the system, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that's like parents who don't pay attention to that or have no idea about that type of world. But
yeah, that's more on the parents right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're giving your child a card and free reign to do whatever they want, then that's on you. Yeah, you got to put some of the responsibility into the parents' hands. But no, Fortnite does more than any other company I've ever seen as far as trying to, protect children from seeing stuff they're not supposed to like that. I mean, Call of Duty is a mature 17 game, and if you just go listen to some of the games, like 75% of them are under 15. So if they really wanted to, they could be like, yeah, you're not of age. You should be gone. You're not allowed to play this game. But they never will do that. You're never going to see a company be like, yeah, we're going to stop this person from playing our game. Very few companies do that.
Yeah, it's a weird
No,
situation that we're dealing with because a lot of people nowadays that are 15, 16 years old, they're exposed to pornography and graphic video games and things like, I never saw that when I was 15, 16 years old, but it's happening now.
Well, they're being exposed to that shit.
Yeah,
in
all we
schools.
had was.
It's just
all we
getting
had
bad.
were a few old Playboys with seven. I'm gonna stop. I'll stop.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently, we've got Elvis interrupting us now.
Pissed about the blue
Liz
Hawaii
is
joke.
saying music's been fading in and out throughout the shows for a couple of seconds, apparently.
Yes, it's because we love our quiet time. Something I'm going to talk to Billy Ray about. I never did hear back from him last night, so I have no idea. But
I figured you didn't, and I didn't hear from you, and that's fine. My supper was a difficult dish, so it took a lot longer than I thought to get it done. And it wasn't great after all that work. Anyway.
I haven't seen him in
the
chat
Italian
today, but
crustedness, it wasn't my thing. I've never done that on a pork chop before. So anyway, go ahead, Zach. Who? What?
a big shout out to Benny Boy for letting his son come on Wednesday night and play with us. He was the one with the British accent, Austin.
Oh yeah, I played with him.
Yep, there's a glitch here. There's a glitch here. There's this here. You need to fix that.
He was getting you straight. Huh?
Oh yeah, he was on it, man. He was on it.
Right.
But him payroll. But Benny Boy, we had so much fun playing with your little man. Very polite. Just you could tell he's doing a good job raising that young man. Oh man. So are we gonna play a song at all? I know.
I'm waiting for Walter to bust out the bass guitar and play a little bit of Primus.
I'm not a bass player. I mean, I can play a bass, but I'm
I thought you did play. I'm sorry.
I play guitar, electric guitar, lead, rhythm. I don't play bass. I don't have a bass. My son had one here, and I played around on it, but yeah, it's just not for me. I tried when I was younger, got a friend, had a bass, but the bass player in my band in high school had extra basses, and I would borrow them, and it would start out, trying to figure out, like, I don't know, some funky little bass line, and I would quickly realize I was way too white for that, and it would always default to me playing, like, through a distortion pedal, some Black Sabbath or something. What, sir?
You said you're way too white for that?
Oh, yeah, I'm not. There's not much funk in this white boy. I would love for there to be, like, one of my favorite guitar players on earth, Mr. Nuno Betancourt, is the funkiest white boy. Well, he's actually Native American, but he is funky, and that's part of his skill set in, like, he's a drummer. Like, just like Eddie Van Halen started out on drums, he started out on drums, so he brings a lot of that to the guitar, and it's a lot of funky groove, and man, when you try to emulate it, if you don't have that in you, it's hard to fake it.
Talking about,
but I do appreciate the bass. I appreciate
that soul vibe going on.
Yeah, very much. He's got a bunch of funk to his style. But definitely, bass is one of the things I appreciate, Mr. Claypool, quite the bassist. I used to sail the seas of cheese all the time.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
gotcha.
He told me, "You're too good, kid. You need to go start your own band." Supposedly, that's how the story goes. But yeah, Claypool.
Absolutely, Logan Cook. Victor Wooten is one of the guys I've got his lessons DVD right over here on my shelf. It's my son's, and he just never has brought it to his house. But yeah, I definitely one of the ones I appreciate greatly. There's also this dude named Elaine Karen from a band called Easy EB. Yeah, Let me send you a link. In fact, that's something I need to put in our morning jam right here. In fact, that might be what we play on the way out for a break right now.
Was blessed enough to see the godfather of rock and roll bass. He wasn't with his original band. He was with Ringo Starr and the All-Star Band, but John Entwistle, the bass player of The Who. That guy, like, I doubt there would be a Flea today if it wasn't for John Entwistle. Like, he's the first guy who started slapping the bass. At least, you know, he gets credit for it. But he did some crazy. I mean, they built songs around him playing bass, like Boris the Spider and stuff like that. But yeah, he was the first one to just start smacking his bass and doing all that.
Boris the Spider? What is that?
Oh, that's a bass song right there. Boris the Spider. Yeah, you have to go check that out, Andrew, after the show.
I'm doing it right now. I'm not a real big fan of bass. Just, I know it's going to piss a lot of people off, but I like electric guitar and acoustic way more than bass.
Yeah, I used to be the same way. Now, if I just hear something and I know that it takes a lot of talent to do that and that person is exceptional at it, like the Violent Femmes. I love the bass player of the Violent Femmes. Don't even know his name. But man, that guy could hit the bass. And that's one of the reasons I love that band so much, is just to listen to that guy. I mean, I like the songs and the tunes and stuff like that. They're all right. But yeah, when I hear a certain musician that is just exceptional at something, I can put everything else aside. Even if I don't really love the music, I'll listen to it just to hear that person perform. Like Primus, not my type of music at all, but I love hearing him hit that bass. It's amazing. I give him props.
Yeah, I think that's one of the exceptions to the rule that I have. Like, Primus is by far an extremely exceptional, like, bassist.
Their guitar player actually does a whole lot of stuff you're not aware of and all that. He's quite a... damn it, I used to know his name. He was one of Joe Satriani's students. Damn it. Jeff something? Damn it. Let me go look it up.
Wouldn't be the same without him, right? Primus.
Absolutely not.
You know, the introduction to the South Park episodes when they first started? That was all Primus. Yeah, that was done by Primus.
Actually, I was going to play this song or one of these songs for a break music here, but man, their songs are like 8 to 10 minutes long. They're a jazz band. I'm going to drop it in chat for those of you. Bella Fleck, fucking A, Bert. If you appreciate all that kind of stuff, my friend, go enjoy this band. Thank me later. It is one of the things my buddy Mike, Trippy McGee, his dad was a keyboardist in a local band. Evangeline made here growing up. We all had his influence around, and he was an older school guy, and he would throw some like jazz and blues and horn players and stuff in the 70s. And he had this video cassette that we like destroyed, wore it out, watching over and over and over with a bunch of like stuff he had copied off PBS and just stuff growing up. And one of them was this concert that I'm sharing a link to for everybody. Now, I've got it set at a song called Spacey Country, because it features Mr. Alain Caron singing and humming along to his amazing bass work. But it's not the only thing on here amazing. This whole concert is beyond phenomenal. Everybody in this band is an immaculate musician. Bass, guitar, drums, percussion, keyboardist. Oh my God, the keyboard player is amazing. Anyway, enjoy. It's coming to you now. If you guys want to hear an 8-minute song, I'll definitely play one, but I hate to subject people to a song that long if they're not willing to be subjected to it.
I'm down, but I think Josh is the one that's hosting it, right? So,
are you hosting this thing, Josh, all this time?
I don't know. I think so.
Let's see. How long is Spacey Country? It is... Yeah, it's about 7 minutes, I would guess. And it's real mellow. Everybody go to sleep. I don't want to do that here. Just go listen to it. Listen to the whole freaking the whole concert. The dude on guitar has a synth pedal set up so that when he does certain things, his guitar doesn't even sound like a guitar. It'll sound like a horn, or it'll sound like a piano. Or he's fucking amazing as well. UZEB, highly recommend them. I believe they're from France, maybe from Spain. I'll have to go look it up.
Oh, man.
Montreal.
Montreal.
Yep. Where you at, Alan?
Saskatchewan.
I know I'm being silly. silly. Are we doing a song? Because y'all have it all quietened up on me.
Good.
We
I mean,
totally
that
do
first
one.
song, though, it is the best one where they all take a solo, and it's amazing. But it's like that one, I think, is like 12, 15 minutes, if I remember right. Yeah, 12 minutes, 23 seconds. So that would be a bit much.
It's a song. A symphony.
Huh? I missed it.
That's
What'd
a
you wanna hear?
symphony.
Yeah, it's a long piece.
I'm good with whatever.
But if you watch it live on that video, you'll watch it again immediately. Fast forward. I mean, rewind and watch it too again. I'm getting fussed at. What we doing? Y'all talk to me. If I'm playing something, say it so I can get it ready.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
I'm down.
I could take a moment to smoke and top off my coffee, brush my teeth, do all the stuff that I needed to do.
I need to have a movement.
All right. Well, I just assumed do Spacey Country since we've
I've got
talked it up so much. Give me a second. What happened?
Sorry, I was just Zack said it, and it just so happened I had this on my soundboard.
No, go, because I thought I had hit the
Oh.
wrong thing, and I was freaking out, closing videos, and
Well, the band is called The Movement. That's the only reason I hit it. Just because he said he had to have a movement, and this is The Movement. But we can play it out. It is 4 minutes. This is Siren.
We ask the government, I know they won't help neither. So we turn the next day into a positive believer. They try to break you down, don't let them get ya. Rise against the system, see the bigger picture. Sound the siren, know that I am with ya. When all of this together is alright, alright. They try to break you down, don't let them get ya. Rise against the system, see the bigger picture. Sound the siren, know that I am with ya. When all of this together is alright, alright. Turn on your record player and born into a world of beautiful collaboration. Meditate on the melody lyric and the one drop. Don't stop until the revelation come. And now it's time to get clever. They tried to yell quit, but we reply never. They open up the trap door, pulled on the lever, but we made a quick escape, and now we make it last forever. They try to break you down, don't let them get ya. Rise against the system, see the bigger picture. Sound the siren, know that I am with ya. When all of this together is alright, alright. They try to break you down, don't let them get ya. Rise against the system, see the bigger picture. Sound the siren, know that I am with ya. When all of this together is alright, alright. eventually we're burning ash in the fire. They break us down with the music, make us high. There's a lesson in a message when revealed it gets quiet. Yeah, there's something in the air tonight. I catch a vibe when the feeling's right. Kill the silence, ring the alarm, sound the siren. They try to break it down, don't let them get you. Rise against the system, see the bigger picture. Sound the siren, know that I am with you. We're all in this together, it's alright, alright. They try to break it down, don't let them get you. Rise against the system, see the bigger picture. Sound the siren, know that I am with you. We're all in this together, it's alright, alright.
And that is The Movement featuring Stick Figure. The little song Sirens. Welcome back to the Ironworx right here on freeworld.fm. I always enjoy that.
I like that. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. We'll probably get pulled off the air for it, but whatever.
Yeah.
We're on freeworld.fm.
Right.
That was a damn good song. I'll say that.
Israel Adams, yeah, Wookiefoot is someone I've been getting into recently. Really enjoying their stuff because their album can it's so diverse. So many different types of music and different songs. I'm really enjoying Wookiefoot. I played some Wookiefoot a while back. I'm sure I did. It was Don't Shit on Me, I think, is the song I played. It's SHOULD. Don't should on me. Or something to that effect, I forget.
I'm putting an ocean in the game right now. So when you look out over the water, it's just going to be water forever and not the edge.
Oh my God. I just went on to Chat GPT, said, write me a news article about why Iron Rail Media is awesome.
Did it give you different hosts?
About 6 or 7 paragraphs.
Did they get the hosts right? Very rarely do they get the hosts right.
I don't think they mentioned anyone's name.
Oh, cool.
Still looking yeah. Oh shit, it says a global research. Oh nope, that's it. It's done.
So close.
Search. That sounds like IRM. Oh, okay.
I'm back late. I apologize.
Walter.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, snaps. That looks nice.
What happened?
Are you playing?
I'm not playing, I'm mapping.
Oh, I thought you...
He's oceaning.
My bad. Gotcha.
Yeah, I just put an ocean into the map now. So when you look down on it, you're not going to see, like, just space outside of the Antarctic wall. If that makes any sense.
Which facility did NASA launch most of their fake missions to the moon? Was it Johnson or Kennedy?
Whichever one's out there in Florida, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Florida has 2, Texas has 2, Virginia has 2. I think Something like that.
Sorry, I lost my button. It was all from Cape Canaveral. Is where those all launched
That's
from.
Florida, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mission Control was in a different spot, though. They launched from Canaveral, but I think Mission Control was in either Johnson or Kennedy. I forget.
And that was in 1969, I believe, right? So the inflation rate. $69.
Walt sent me some Iron Realm Media questions.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
we will talk about that after this is over. I was trying to save that for afterward. Unless you want to right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about it afterward.
Okay.
Yes, for a tech, I love Guthrie Govan. He almost made me want to put my guitar away and just quit playing. He can do anything and do it flawlessly and effortlessly, and it's just, yeah. It's like, dude, don't be that good.
Don't be that good. That's not fair.
But yeah, tonight we really didn't have a plan made yet because things are still a bit rocky with Josh's computer situation. That being said, our good friend here, Austin and Andrew, are going to assist with that. And as of now, the plan is that's going to be next Friday. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it needs a little more promotion.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. So we'll do that for next Friday and then work on all the promotional type situations this weekend going forward.
Fuck, I wish I could help.
Something else.
Other than videos has had some updates, Walter. You've been over there recently.
I have not actually been over there.
It's going to look a little different. Probably going to run a little different.
You know, I think I did pop in actually once they've changed things a bit. I saw an email, so I went over there and was like, oh, okay, cool. But I haven't really played with it, really. So
me either.
So anyway, what that means is you are the guest. That's right, you right there, the person that's going into your ear. You.
Yes, you.
You.
Listening to this right now. I'm looking at you. See you. You're the guest.
Liz did her turn.
Oh.
Logan Cook did his turn. Where you at, Bill Will? I see you.
You know, I've been thinking.
Yeah, Liz did her turn on. I'm sorry.
I'm sitting here looking at all this vinyl that came with this Cricut machine that I got a while back.
Oh man, when you said looking at all this vinyl, I thought we were doing like LPs. Damn.
That's what I thought too. What are you talking about?
I got that in the closet. I got the LPs in the closet.
What is a Cricut machine?
It pumps out little crickets. It 3D prints crickets, and you can put them all right. No, it's like a plotter. It's a vinyl cutter. It's a crafting machine. It does all sorts of shit, really. But it came with rolls of vinyl. It's not particularly high quality vinyl, mind you, but it's vinyl nonetheless, in all sorts of different colors. So there's a list of people that have already sent some money, donated some money to the PayPal, and then of course here to Super Chats, I think. But I was thinking of just printing out some nice little, maybe some Iron Realm Media, or maybe some Ironworx. I haven't quite decided exactly how the best way to do it. Maybe just have no sphere. I don't know. A generic flat Earth sticker. I don't know. Caffeine, cannabis, and flat Earth. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that I can just start sending out to people.
Iron Realm Media with Dave's QR code.
QR codes might be a little tricky on a vinyl sticker. Think of...
Yeah, and then Dave will have to pay us for that. Sorry. That's free advertising.
Dude, I have an actual a group of stickers that Dave sent me, and I put one of them right above my door. On my front door. So everyone that comes by, it has the QR code on it, and they get to see it.
Now, if I had an Epson printer, then they have the really cool vinyl that you can just run through the printer, and it prints whatever you want onto the vinyl. Then you can go put that in the Cricut and cut out the stickers that way, which is, you know, on my to-do list. Unfortunately, I need to get a computer, so I'm sort of saving for that at this point.
Josh, we're going to help you out.
I know, and I appreciate all the help, but
100%.
I want to make sure that you're not, I don't want you to necessarily have to be the ones to fund it while I sit back and collect your money. Right? I need to participate too. This is a group effort here.
And beyond the financial help, if you need any technical help with it in regards to picking out components, or if you just want to buy one pre-made, that's fine too. But if you need help, let me know.
I definitely will, on all regards. I know Walter would shame me if I bought one pre-built, but I'd feel like shit if I fried it.
I'm just saying you'll come out ahead getting one that you want rather than one that they give you.
Yeah, I was looking at some workstations the other day. That's going to be a little pricey.
Ooh,
An editing workstation. Yeah, that'd be real fun. It was like $13,000. I thought,
we'd have to get a multi-channel telethon or some shit going for that.
I just never expected it to be that much.
Okay, go to newegg.com and to passmark.com. I can walk you through this step by step, but if you want more individual help, let me know.
No, yeah, I definitely will. You don't need to get lost on all the shit that's we're daydreaming about yet.
We'll do all that off the air because it's steep. But you can literally pre-build your thing right there and see how everything will work parts wise. And yeah, it's a good site. It's a good site, Sandra.
Yeah, Newegg is really, really awesome because you can pre-build your computer, custom parts. It tells you if parts match with the motherboard, if they don't. And then from there, what you can do is have some, 25-year-old Chinese guy who's been here for a couple of years build your computer for you and then send it over to you. Sorry to say it, but that's probably what's happening. Or you can buy all the components by yourself and then put it together yourself. It takes about 5 hours if you've never done it before.
So 7 hours for Josh.
Okay, then 9 hours.
See, exactly.
Nah, I'll get you on a call and I'll walk you right to it. You'll be done. Apparently Elvis is back, and is that Jupiter or is it Venus? It may be Jupiter, but the other morning when I was out trying to see the comet, it was definitely Venus that was just putting on quite a show. We're in a new moon last night.
What time of the day?
So this time, like right now, it was out. This is the time. You can see Venus more in the morning, between us and the sun, than you can at night.
Well, yeah, I think it's called the morning star, right?
I'm being dumb.
I don't know. It says we're on the air. It says we're connected.
Please don't invoke that on this. Oh my God. I'm not going to read it out loud. Yes, Vertec, I built my bad boy right here as well. Quite proud of myself. First one. It is Jupiter. Thank you. I'm not out there looking in the sky. I'm just, don't breathe, Liz said. Don't breathe, just keep talking. Don't ever let there be a silence. So we don't even get 30 seconds on FM here.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I'm definitely going to have to discuss with Billy Ray.
And when it comes to computers, I do have to say that Bob, like the legend that he has always been, helped a lot of people in this community actually build computers. He built them for free, shipped them back to them for free, and that was like Jaron, Whitsitt, and I think Hibbler as well. Multiple people. So, yeah, Bob was an absolute genius and a legend that will never, ever be forgotten.
Indeed, without a doubt.
Oh, Mike.
That's why he resides in the Hall of Lee. No, I'm kidding. The Hall of Legends.
Yeah, Bobo built Mike.
Cool.
Yes.
And I do believe, I think
I'm
Karen
going to play
said
this. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I muted up.
that this Flattoberfest in Vegas is going to be basically dedicated to Bob, and from what I've heard, and I completely agree. That's probably a very honorable thing to do.
Yeah, they got some stuff planned. All right, the game's being retarded.
That's it.
So Liz is saying that Elvis is now singing over us. It's not the silence causing it. I told you, he's the king. You know, I mean, you get that one left out, worked up, and oh, but I kid the lizards anyway.
All right, so I've got a really kind of weird question. It's a little bit like a week old. What do you guys think actually happened with the whole thing in Hawaii? The fires?
No clue.
Sure. I haven't looked too much into it.
Definitely seems to be some strangeness going on there. From the sounds of it, it was little more than a land grab, as could be guessed, but
Indeed, Liz. Indeed. Liz is on it. But yeah, there's, I mean, you know, we can only go by what we've seen on YouTube, and we know the likelihood of there being a fake video on YouTube is pretty slim, right? Wait, Elvis fades in about every 3 seconds, apparently. I told he is king. King. When Mama died, I didn't know what to do.
So I think I can set that to 10 seconds. But the only thing I can see necessarily.
You can make him do it every 10 seconds. Well, that's better, I guess. I suppose, anyway. I've got something running in the background now.
Wasn't there just an earthquake somewhere?
Oh, let's see.
Morocco.
Yeah,
Morocco, yeah.
Morocco.
6.8 or something like that. Huge earthquake.
What? Where?
Morocco.
Morocco?
Morocco.
Morocco.
Oh, Morocco.
Morocco.
They're saying like 10,000 dead, some ridiculous number. But they're having a hard time getting any information. China's going through some crazy shit too, with all their flooding. Shanghai, or I think somebody's just got like massive flooding, and then they released the dam and started flooding all the provinces outside of it and fucking everybody up in an attempt to save themselves. It's some crazy, wet, sloppy shit in
crazy
China.
Videos. Some of it look like some mud flood action.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, the internet is telling me 2 days ago. Is that right?
Sounds about right. Ish.
That does sound right.
I wonder if Dutch Sense caught anything weird on that.
Yeah, he's always looking at that stuff.
Doing earthquake updates and reports.
I don't get this at all, man. What's going on? I don't like it. Yep.
So what do you guys think about Tesla's earthquake machine?
I mean, what
I think
You heard about that?
could be dangerous in the wrong hands. I think that if there were some James Bond supervillain with a secret underground layer or in a volcano or something that maybe got his hands on it, could really fuck some stuff up. And it might take some super secret spies with a license to kill to seduce some women and stop them from using it. But that's just not even necessarily what I think, but if I were to write a series of books, it might go something.
If Josh went all like James Bond. Yeah, it's possible. I suppose if get a couple of pretty ladies and seduce some guy and say, "Hey, stop doing that." Could be possible, I suppose. But if you watch the Nikola Tesla documentary, it's like an hour and 20 minutes long, and they're free on YouTube. They talk about the Nikola Tesla earthquake machine in pretty much every documentary that there is about him. So I'm just wondering if governments of the world figured out how to weaponize this in certain areas at certain times.
Yep. I just saw a video. I didn't watch the video, but I saw that there was a video of some whistleblower, some guy, I think, who was working in Antarctica, saying they've got some like underground earthquake machine in Antarctica.
Yeah, the guy talking about neutrinos. Yeah. Heard that. Quick machines. Man, it just slipped my mind. I was gonna say something. Damn it, and it's gone.
Don't you love that?
Damn it.
Well, they say Tesla almost brought down the entire apartment building. And then didn't those other guys on TV almost got the bridge to rocking? They put a little one up on a bridge and got it going and had to shut it down.
Something like that, yeah.
To keep it from damaging the integrity of the whole bridge.
Yeah, I think, by the way, Globebusters Tech, Zack, that you're doing with, Cami, Karen, and, multiple other people, I think that's fucking awesome. I love it. So if you ever need any ideas about it or suggestions for like a topic, I would be happy to just toss you an idea and you can take it or leave it if you want to.
Always looking for new ideas.
Cool. Because I was greatly enjoying hearing the Globebusters, Back to the Future, or sorry, whatever it was titled, with Bob.
Yeah.
Because I watch Globebusters 24/7, like, quite often. And I love hearing Bob because that man was a true legend. So it was pretty cool to hear that was actually being streamed again without people knowing what Globebusters 24/7 was. So it was good to hear.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, I clicked over there and about, 3 days ago, and for that same reason, just to hear that voice I haven't heard in so long. So yeah, thank you guys for keeping that going.
Yeah, what's going on with Ben? No taboo conspiracy. Anyone know?
No, not a clue.
All right, what's going on?
But I don't. Yeah,
He's
I don't
just not
have
doing
not a
much.
reference.
He's not been active.
Yeah, people go on breaks.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
He's put out some videos recently. Just not.
It
that
might
recent.
be his channel taken down quite a bit too. He's on like Taboo Conspiracy 3 now, I think. So his channel, it may be the one that you're subscribed to might be having issues. Because I know he covers a lot of controversial topics outside of Flat Earth as well. Yeah, the price of being a truther. I met Ben. Really good guy. I met him and his son. I think it was Dallas or Denver. Denver, maybe? Dallas? I don't know. Good guy. So I'm putting a dome over the map right now.
How
I
high?
thought that wouldn't work.
Oh, I'm making it work.
I hear you. All right.
I'm hoping it works. We're going to find out here.
Wow, it is time to go. Look at that.
Holy cow.
Well, I guess I won't play this song. I had a 6.5 minute song up to leave out with, but I guess we didn't do that.
Nope. Should have started that about 5 minutes ago.
Five minutes ago. Yep. Oh, well, that's cool. We were having a good conversation. I'll play one song for y'all sometime. Another.
And once I get the computer.
All right, well, come hang out this afternoon with us and be the guest. You have the link, you're welcome. And it works, and you just pop in. If you don't have the link, you just let us know, and we will get you in.
I got Beauty and the Beast stuck in my head. Be our guest. Be our guest. Your magic to the test.
I love that song. The candlestick and the clock.
Well, now that's going to be stuck in my head now for a while.
I'll tell jokes. I'll do tricks with my fellow candlesticks. Service here is and best.
Now we're going to get struck and taken down. Now we're going to end up on our backup channel. Thanks, Zack.
Yeah, thanks, Zack.
Disney.
All right, yeah, come join us this evening. Otherwise, we will be back here on freeworld.fm on Monday. It's been a great way to start getting the bugs worked out. I really will talk to Billy Ray probably this weekend if I were to guess, and try to get stuffs answered. Any questions that we may have. What else? In the meantime, maybe put your thinking caps on. Think of what sort of vinyl decals you might be interested in as a thank you for helping to contribute to the cause. And I will make up a big pile of them, and we'll just start sending them out to anybody that has or does contribute to this computer fund. Because at least I can do that. And thank you guys for joining us this morning and each and every morning.
Absolutely awesome, Andy. Thank y'all, man. And thank y'all for getting this thing organized with us, because we are definitely not the kings of organization around here.
We are not. Be good, be well, we love you. Bye-bye. And that's at least radio.co was off the air, and now we'll say goodbye to YouTubes and everybody else. That was a little bit rushed, but it was the time. And I'm trying to
you did it perfect.
Hit my posts a little better.
Uh-huh.
We don't have any audio like we do in places. Anyway, love you, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out this